Hello and welcome. My name is Carsten Lützen. I'm an Agile coach and a Scrum Master, Facilitator coach, whatever we call it. Today I would like to share a video about something I call the power of small, which is just my take on how to introduce more playfulness and fun in our work. And if you like these videos, please subscribe and share. That would be super awesome. I have tried out quite a lot of different things to get more fun and more laughs into meetings, sessions, everyday grind or work at the office. I've also at one point been told you're never in doubt whether or not I'm in the office because there just tend to be more noise. Whether that is a good thing, I'm not completely sure, but we will get back to that. So if you're maybe not into the very big changes or very big sessions, but just the smaller tweaks, they can actually have a tremendous effect on how we do stuff. So for instance, if we are in a meeting and we just want people to discuss in pairs or in groups on smaller sessions, we can use some tiebreakers to help us or to help the participants figure out who goes first. This again also couples with the psychological safety, making it easier for them to figure out. So I talk first or you talk first. And you can do that in many ways, but you can also do this in a bit of a playful way that I like quite a lot. So it can be the one that has the highest number of colors on the clothes go first, or the number of fish owned, or the number of, I don't know, the shoe size, whatever. But one of these things that maybe make it a bit more fun, or the time traveled here to get to the session today. That will help them talk about something that's not work related just for like 5-10 seconds. It will also help them a bit to share something. Of course, the number of colors is quite obvious, but maybe the number of fish owned is not that obvious. Or time traveled today to get here is probably or maybe not that obvious either. But it's then again just a nice little change of perspective or a nice little change of scenery that can really do something. And it doesn't require you to be a stand-up comedian or anything. Just requires you to ask 1 or 2 small questions before each prompt. Another way that requires a bit more is when we structure our sessions, when we invite for meetings. I love to use energizers. Some people also call them icebreakers. I really love the idea here, and even just for a small meeting, just 5 minutes of fun can change quite a lot of things. Also, if we're in a serious meeting, then maybe just pick the energizer wisely. One of the easy to do energizers is a quiz, and not because I'm the center of the world or the universe for that matter. I always have a quiz ready about myself, and the winner then gets to make a quiz about themselves. And the questions in that quiz are some things that we would maybe not talk about in the office. For instance, what do I like to put in my pita bread? Is it hummus? Is it ham or whatever? It's actually cut roe. Yes, it sounds super strange, but then again, we have something to talk about, and it actually tastes delicious, at least if you ask me. If you're physically together or have a tool that enables it, then also the liberating structure, Mad Tea, and then in the Rift version that is called Mad Love, can be a quite nice exercise where you give them a prompt of a list of questions, and then you at the end disclose why it's called Mad Love and what are these questions. I've made a video on Mad Tea, and another classic, again maybe a bit childish but always quite fun, is Would You Rather. And here again, you can easily select the questions to fit the audience, but there are classics like, would you rather have your body completely covered in fur or in fish scales? Why and why not? Or would you rather have super hearing or super sight or whatever, right? Then again, 5-10 minutes in the beginning of the meeting is very well spent, at least if you ask me. And these exercises are awesome. And one of them that I like quite a lot, and not my invention, I've also made a video on it, is if everybody is online and sitting at home, then task them to make a pancake. And people will say, are you sure? Yes. Spend those 15 minutes to go out, prepare pancake, and then you have something to eat. You have gotten people away from the screen. They have some sugar for the brain, and they've had some time in the kitchen. It's awesome. It sounds super strange, but it's actually really, really effective. I've made a video on the facilitation. And those of you that know me just a tiny bit know that I'm also a fond lover of dad jokes. So maybe just end a meeting with a dad joke, or start the meeting with a dad joke. It doesn't have to be more than that. I've also made a video on dad joke, but just simple dad jokes. Do you know what actually makes a joke a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. They're super, super bad, some of them, but then again, they get people to smile, and that's kind of the essence of it. If we're talking bigger sessions, then something along the line of GameStorm is actually a pretty nice way of gamifying the facilitation and the setting of goals and tasks. I've made a video inspired by GameStorm and how I facilitated it, and then just being playful like that can really do a lot, and this can also be done online. In the beginning, I also said there are sometimes, right, where it does not make sense, or where maybe we need to think twice. And unfortunately, there is no silver bullet to what people find funny. And for instance, telling dad jokes or doing fun like that, there is a risk, of course, that you might offend people. And to me, that has happened. And then the important thing is to go and say you're sorry and it was not the intention. And of course, you need to actually mean it. For me, it's never the intent to hurt other people's feelings, but sometimes it happens. And then please acknowledge that you maybe hurt somebody, and then own up to it and make it better. So that is these, starting from the very small changes to the maybe a bit bigger one, on how to actually get more fun and playfulness into the everyday life. That was it for me this time, and I hope that this gave you some ideas to how you can do this. And if you already have some, please share them. That would be awesome. And as always, comments, questions, ideas, and feedback is more than welcome. Have a super, super awesome day.